It is Friday. Got that Friday feeling, Lacey.
That's what it is, that Friday feeling. We're talking temperatures in the 70s yesterday. Overnight last night, we've only dropped into the 60s. Some of us had some heavy thunderstorms overnight and some mid-60s for current temps. Now, temps are still dropping this morning, and we'll try to get our afternoon high back up where we are right now. Reason for it, that cold front. It is making its way on through. There are 30s, there are 40s. We'll likely see a freeze in portions of our panhandle tonight behind this system. Cold front now making its way through central Oklahoma, just now moving through the metro. And look at the showers and the rain along with this. Now, we had storms, and if you're thinking, no, I didn't, well, it was a very narrow line, and I'll show you that. Zooming in, taking a closer look on NextGen. Those storms fired up in the evening, late evening yesterday, off towards near the Hobart area, made their way from Elgin to Chickasha, up through Oklahoma City, the South Metro, and then up to Tulsa. There was some lightning, some thunder, pockets of heavy rain, and then they moved on out, and that's it. It was just that razor fine window there and line. I'm talking anywhere from 5 to 10 miles wide. That's it. From Apache to Chickasha to Tuttle to Moore to Hera to Stroud, taking the I-44 corridor right up through the metro and beeline right up to Tulsa. Some of the heaviest rain was in Creek County, 1 to 2 inches of rain. So at the airport, we did get just over 1/4 of an inch. You get down into Moore, down near the Tiger Safari, down to Amber, anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Norman, a trace of rain. That's all she wrote overnight last night. And so you will notice some of the roadways in the metro are very damp after that heavy rain. Now the cold front's moving in. We've got a few sprinkles to the north. I'm going to zoom it in. I just love this with the fine detail of NextGen Live. Tracking cold fronts, one of my favorite things to do. It's not hurting anybody, right? Cold front's moving in, hitting Seward. It just moved through Piedmont, coming right across the Kilpatrick Turnpike, down to Bethany, down to Mustang. That's the leading edge of the north wind, kicking up dust, kicking up leaves and debris, and that is making its way to the south. There's no rain within that right now, but that's what NextGen is picking up on. Rain chance very spotty through the morning, higher in the far northeast. We have cloud cover. That goes away as the front pushes by. Our Lucky Star Skycam network live from downtown. 64, 68 Shawnee, 69 Seminole for now, falling into the low 60s behind the front. There are 40s in the panhandle, and again, our temperatures continue to drop for the next 4 to 5 hours. Over the next several hours, our temps are going down. North winds 15 to 25. I think we'll see some gusts 30, maybe even to 40 behind the boundary today. A gusty wind keeping those temperatures in the 50s through mid-morning into the 60s this afternoon. That's it. And then temperatures dropping pretty quickly into the late evening. Some 70s in the southeast. Fire danger still high today due to the very gusty north wind. That's our big wind maker right there going through Nebraska. That works its way to the east, and we just have pretty weak flow into the weekend, and it looks like a beautiful fall weekend. Speaking of fall, how about those Friday night lights tonight? So many games going on across the region. Just picked one, Edmond Santa Fe versus Norman. Temps will be in the 60s at kickoff, clear skies, and falling into the 50s. It's hoodie weather. It looks amazing. Overnight tonight, we'll see 30s and 40s. It will be chilly, and the north winds stay up. So I want you to be prepared for your Saturday morning. Are you heading to a deer stand? It's going to be cold. We'll see north winds causing it to feel like the 30s, mid-30s in the metro, but low 30s in the north. May even have a couple 20s for wind chills in the panhandle. Then let's talk about cloud cover. I'm showing you kind of the details here of future NextGen because we have the solar eclipse taking place, and we will have some high thin clouds. I don't think this is going to block the view where you can't see it, but in some areas I do think there'll be a little wispy cloud cover in front of that solar eclipse as it takes place tomorrow mid-morning through early afternoon, and then we will see really clear skies into your Sunday. By the time the eclipse is at maximum, 11:49 a.m., 56 degrees is what we're expecting. Into your Saturday, 60s for highs. Sunday, lower mid-60s for highs. About what our temperature is right now, that's what it's going to be into the weekend for afternoon highs. Then we have a couple cold fronts next week.